Hello and welcome back. This is part 3 of Unit 7 UGC NET JRF Forensic Science. In this, we will talk about dust, soil, paint, lacquer, varnishes. Starting with soil. So, pedology is the study of soil. It is the soil is the topmost layer of earth crust which contains minerals, decaying organism, water, air, etc. And these are further divided into three types based on their grain size. So, the classification is into sand, silt, and clay. And the subcategories of soil are loam, peat, and chalk. Loam soil is made up of sand, silt, and clay. Peat soil contains more than 20% decaying organic matter, and it is very acidic it is a little acidic in nature. Chalk soil is alkaline and it consists of soft particles. So, among all these, loam is the best for agriculture. The relative density of soil is 1 to 1.8 gram per cubic centimeter. Black mineral soil is due to the presence of manganese and iron. The main component of gypsum soil is silica and calcium sulfate. Main constituent of kaolinic clay soil is hydrogen aluminium silicate. Soil consistency is a measure of strength and coherence. Tufa and ocean floor are sand types. Sand has the largest grain size, whereas clay has the smallest grain size. Soil profiling, or the layer of soils. So the uppermost layer is known as O horizon, and it is mostly made up of decaying organic matter and also known as humus. The next layer, the topsoil layer or A layer, it is where the plant grows. The roots of the plants are there. The seeds are sown in this layer, and it contains a mixture of humus and mineral particles. This layer is also known as topsoil. E horizon or E elevated horizon, it comprises of both sand and silt. In leaching process, there is when the water dripped through the soil, it carries away minerals and clay present in this layer. B layer or B horizon is known as subsoil. It contains the leached out clay and mineral deposits. C horizon is known as parent material, and it is made up of brown rocks, partially made up of brown rocks. R horizon is the lowermost layer and it is made up of solid rocks. So it is also known as bedrock. So as per Munsell color chart, the mineral present and the color of soil is given in this table. Hematite red color, iron sulfide black. We have already studied that manganese and iron will produce a black color soil. Calcite white, dolomite pale brown color. Soil examination. So along with the suspected soil samples or the soil evidence, we also collect the control soil sample or the blank sample, and it is collected within the distance of 3 to 4 inches from the control soil. And sieve test to separate the different sized particles of the soil and examine them. In the presence of iron, when the soil sample is moistened with water and concentrated HCl drops are applied on it, it will produce yellow color. The microscopic examination of soil will tell us about its general appearance, the mineral present in it, vegetable material or any other foreign material found. Density gradient method to determine the density of the soil and to differentiate the soil. So the top layer will contain bromobenzene. Its density is 1.49 grams per ml. Bottom layer will contain bromoform. Its density would be 2.87 grams per ml. Or there are methylene iodide in place of bromoform. Other type of distribution for density distribution pattern, the layer used would be tetrabromoethane bottom layer and ethanol top layer. Spectrographic analysis of soil would be there and its differential thermal analysis. Dust can be any microscopic particle, whether from floor meals or any other things such as chalk dust, etc. So this dust will indicate what is the occupation of that person or the places which the person recently visited. Now, paint and its components. So we all know paint is used for coloring or the protection of any surface. It is the liquid suspension of pigments and additives. The components of paint are: varnish is a clear solution of oil or resins in an organic solvent. Shellac is a solution of melted lac in alcohol, and lac is obtained from lac insect, which secretes a resinous substance. The insect is Coccus or Cateria lacca. And shellac is used as sealant, adhesive, or insulating varnish. Pigment or dye is fine powder, which is used to provide color. Latex is a suspension of this pigment or dye in water-based emulsions. Binder is the coating for proper distribution of the pigment. For binding the pigment to the surface, vehicles are used. These are the solvent, resins, or other additives that are used to form a continuous film to bind the pigment with the surface on which it is applied. Lacquer may be clear or pigmented or dye coating, and it will dry very quickly because it uses solvents like acetone, for example in acrylic lacquer paints, that evaporates quickly. Enamel is a pigmented coating or dye coating with very high gloss when it dries. Now the examples of the various components of paint are ultramarine blue, zinc oxide, titanium dioxide as pigment or dyes, thymol as anti-mildew agent, cobalt naphthenate, zirconium naphthenate and calcium naphthenate as dryer, soya oil as oil, calcium carbonate extender, mineral spirit as solvent, soya alkyd resin as binder. The various types of paint based on their purpose. So these are architectural or household paint, product paint, special purpose coating such as skid resistant, waterproofing, etc. and art paint. Now, how the automobile paint is done. So it consists of four separate coatings. First is the pre-treatment, in which zinc electroplating is done to the steel body in order to avoid rust, and this is again washed. Again the process is repeated. Second is primer, epoxy resin coating for corrosion resistant and color pigments. The resin consists of color pigments. You must have observed that in sun the paint of the car appears a little shiny. So this is due to the top coat, which consists of metallic coating with small metal or mica flakes to produce this shimmering or the changing color effect. That metallic pigments include zinc, nickel, steel, and gold bronze, which provides this shiny or the glittering finish. At last, clear coating is done, which is by acrylic based unpigmented coating, and it is done to improve gloss and durability of vehicles coating to prevent the above three layers. It is the protection layer. Now the paint pigment and the color of the paint: titanium dioxide white, cobalt salt blue, graphite black, lead tetroxide red, basic lead carbonate white, zinc chromate yellow, ferric ferrocyanide blue, impure ferric oxide bluish red to pale red brown. The analysis of paint. So microtome is used to cut the paint into thin section, and the analysis is done to find out the number, sequence, thickness, pigment distribution of the paint layers along with the cross transfer of paint, as in case of car accident, whether the paint is obtained from that particular car or the car that hit that the other car. Physical and microscopic examination done by polarized light microscopy. P.L. Kirk, he introduced the density gradient tube technique for the comparison of two paint samples. Another techniques used are IR-FTIR, pyrolysis gas chromatography, SEM-EDX, tintometer. Tintometer is used to identify the color of the paint. Thank you for watching. Like, share and subscribe my YouTube channel Vidhi Vigyan for more such videos. Thank you.